Have you ever wondered why you train so hard, follow a strict diet, do everything right, and yet your muscles just won't grow? The answer can be frustrating, but don't worry today. You'll discover exactly what's holding you back, and more importantly, how to fix it once and for all. Many people hit the gym thinking that lifting weights and eating a little better will automatically lead to muscle growth. But after months or even years, they realize their progress has stalled. If this has ever happened to you, trust me, you're not alone. The problem could be in your training, your diet, or even how your body recovers. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're making these mistakes. But today we're going to fix that. In this video, you'll learn the main reasons why your muscles aren't growing and the practical solutions to break through your plateau. So stay with me until the end, because every detail could be the difference between staying stuck or finally building the physique you've always wanted. But before we dive in, check if you're subscribed to the channel this way. You'll get notified about new videos and keep progressing. You've probably heard the phrase, if you're training but not growing, something is wrong. But the real question is, what exactly is wrong? Many people believe that muscle growth happens simply by lifting weights at the gym. And yes, training is essential. But if that were all it took, everyone who lifts would be huge, right? The truth is, growth requires more than just lifting heavy. And this is where most people go wrong. The first major issue is the muscle plateau. When you first start training, your gains come quickly. Your body responds well to the stimulus, and you see progress in the mirror. But over time, those results slow down until suddenly you stop growing. This happens because your body adapts to the workout. And if you don't make adjustments, it goes into maintenance mode. Another common mistake? Focusing too much on training while ignoring everything else. Your muscles don't grow in the gym, they grow when you're resting. If you're not fueling your body properly and allowing adequate recovery, your growth will be compromised, no matter how hard you train. Now that you understand the problem, let's get straight to the point. What are the mistakes preventing muscle growth, and how do we fix them? The first one is something that everyone thinks they're doing right, but almost no one actually gets it right: training. Before we continue, why not share this video with a friend so they can grow along with you? If you've been training for months or even years without seeing results, the issue might be your workout itself. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you're not putting in the effort. The problem is that effort without strategy doesn't lead to results. The biggest mistake here is not applying progressive overload. Your body needs constant challenges to keep growing. If you always lift the same weight, do the same reps, and follow the same routine without changes, your body simply has no reason to grow. It has already adapted to the stimulus and is just maintaining what it has. Another common mistake is not training with enough intensity. Many people think that doing more exercises leads to better results, but the truth is, quality matters more than quantity. If you do 10 different exercises per session, but never push your sets close to failure, your muscles aren't being stimulated enough. Additionally, choosing the wrong exercises can be a major limiting factor. Many people focus too much on machines and isolation exercises, forgetting that compound movements like squats, bench presses, and deadlifts are the most effective for building muscle mass. How to fix it? Apply progressive overload. Increase weights, reps, or intensity every week. Prioritize compound exercise. These activate more muscle fibers and accelerate growth. Train with intensity. Push your sets close to failure to ensure your muscles are fully engaged. Now that you know what might be wrong with your training, let's move on to another crucial factor that could be sabotaging your gain: nutrition. You can have the best workout in the world, apply progressive overload, and train with maximum intensity. But if your diet isn't right, your muscles won't grow. Many people think that simply eating healthy is enough to gain muscle. But the reality is that eating healthy and eating to grow are two different things. If you're not consuming enough calories, your body simply won't have the necessary resources to build muscle. The basic rule of muscle growth is you need to eat more calories than you burn. If your body requires 2,500 calories per day to maintain its weight, and you eat exactly that amount, your weight won't change. To grow, you need to create a caloric surplus, meaning you must eat more calories than you burn. Another very common mistake is not consuming enough protein. Muscle is built from protein, and without sufficient intake, your body won't be able to repair and grow new muscle fiber. The ideal intake is 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Additionally, carbohydrates are essential for providing the energy needed to train hard. Many people cut carbs thinking it will help with definition, but without enough fuel, your training performance drops, and your muscles don't get enough stimulation to grow. How to fix it? Calculate your calories, find out how many calories you need daily, and create a surplus. Prioritize protein. Lean meats, eggs, dairy, whey protein, all these help build muscle. Don't fear carbs. Rice, potatoes, oats, and fruits are essential for maintaining peak training performance. Now that we've covered training and nutrition, there's a third factor that many people overlook, and it could be destroying your gain: rest and recovery. But before we move on, make sure you've hit the like button. Many people believe that muscle growth happens during workouts, but the truth is, your muscles grow when you rest. If you're not recovering properly, your muscles won't have enough time to repair and grow, which could be stopping your progress. The first major mistake is not getting enough sleep. During sleep, your body releases essential hormones for muscle growth, such as growth hormone and testosterone. If you sleep poorly or not enough, Your hormone levels become imbalanced, your recovery worsens, and muscle growth slows down. Ideally, you should get 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep per night. Another mistake is not allowing enough recovery time between workouts. If you train the same muscle group every day without proper rest, you might be causing more damage than progress. Muscles need at least 48 hours of recovery before being trained again at high intensity. Stress is also a key factor. High levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, can make it harder to gain muscle and even lead to muscle loss. If you're constantly stressed, sleeping poorly, and not eating properly, your body will be in a catabolic state, making muscle growth even more difficult. How to fix it? Prioritize sleep. Create a bedtime routine and avoid screens before sleeping. Respect muscle recovery. Rotate muscle groups in your workouts to allow proper recovery time. Manage stress. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and even light walks can help control cortisol levels. Now that we understand the biggest mistakes preventing muscle growth, it's time to go further. How to break through a plateau and speed up your gains with advanced strategy. Now that we've covered the mistakes that might be holding back your muscle growth, let's talk about how to break through a plateau and speed up your results with advanced strategy. If you feel like your body has adapted to your training and no longer responds as before, it's time to change the stimulant. One of the most effective ways to do this is by using advanced training techniques. Here are some that can unlock new muscle growth. Drop sets. After reaching failure with a heavy weight, immediately reduce the load and continue until failure again. This forces greater muscle fiber recruitment. Rest pause. Do a set to failure, rest for 10-15 seconds, then continue doing more reps until failure again. This helps push your muscles to their limit. Superset. Combine 2 exercises back-to-back with no rest in between, increasing training intensity and maximizing muscle fatigue. Besides training, another powerful strategy to break through stagnation is adjusting your nutrition strategically. If you're already consuming enough protein and calories, you might benefit from caloric and macronutrient cycling. This means alternating high-calorie days with more carbs, with maintenance days, to optimize your body's response to training. Another factor many people ignore is strategic supplementation. While supplements aren't essential, some can help maximize your results. The most effective ones are creatine, improves strength and muscle recovery. Whey protein, helps you reach your daily protein intake more easily. Beta-alanine, increases endurance and reduces muscle fatigue. Now that you have the tools to optimize your training and nutrition, let's focus on the most important part, how to turn all of this into a practical plan that you can start using today. Now that you know the biggest mistakes stopping your muscle growth and the strategies to overcome them, let's turn this knowledge into a practical plan. After all, information without action doesn't lead to results. Here's a simple step-by-step guide you can start using today. 1. Review your training. Make sure you're applying progressive overload. Every week, increase weights, reps, or intensity. Include compound exercises as the foundation of your workouts. Bench press, squats, deadlifts, and pull-ups should be staples in your routine. If you've hit a plateau, try advanced techniques like drop sets, rest pause, or supersets to shock your muscles. 2. Adjust your nutrition. Calculate your daily calorie needs and ensure a caloric surplus to support muscle growth. Make sure you're consuming at least 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight every day. Include enough carbohydrates to fuel your workouts and maintain high performance. 3. Optimize your recovery. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Give at least 48 hours of rest to each muscle group before training it again. Reduce stress whenever possible to keep cortisol levels low. 4. Track your progress. Take weekly photos and measurements to adjust your diet and training as needed. If you're not gaining weight or muscle size, increase your calorie intake. If your workouts feel too easy, adjust your training intensity and volume. Now that you have everything you need to break through your plateau, let's wrap things up with a quick recap. Muscle growth doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of a combination of factors that must work together: effective training, proper nutrition, and sufficient recovery. If any of these pillars are weak, your results will suffer. Today, you learned the 3 biggest mistakes that prevent muscle growth: training without strategy and without progressive overload, eating too little or not getting the right macronutrients, neglecting sleep and recovery, which limits muscle repair. We also covered advanced techniques to break through plateaus and how to turn all of this into a practical action plan that you can start using today. Now, the choice is yours. If you apply these strategies, your muscles will grow. It's inevitable, but nothing will change if you don't take action. So start implementing these tips today and let me know in the comments. Which of these mistakes have you made, and which strategy are you going to try first? If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content on training and nutrition. And if you know someone struggling with muscle growth, share this video with them. Sometimes, the right advice at the right time can transform someone's results. See you in the next video. Let's grow.